All right, so moving on to the final segment, we're going to switch gears to the world of wrestling, and I'll be sharing my WWE Saturday Night's main event summary. So I'll be going over all 4 of the matches that took place on WWE Saturday Night's main event. Starting off with the opener, you had Cody Rhodes defeat Drew McIntyre to successfully retain his WWE Championship. Now, in my opinion, guys, I think the WWE fumbled on this opportunity to put the title on Drew McIntyre. And with the clauses and stipulations of Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship, where he could have been disqualified or counted out to lose the title, this would have been a perfect way to put the title on Drew McIntyre. And here's why. It would have been a good callback to how Christian defeated Randy Orton to win the World Heavyweight Championship back at Money in the Bank in 2011, where the same stipulations were in play for Randy Orton back in the day. If he was disqualified or counted out, he would lose the World Heavyweight Championship. And he did that night because Christian was playing the heel role, was playing mind games with Randy Orton, pissing him off. And Randy Orton got frustrated, got himself disqualified with Christian winning the world title. Could have did the same thing with Drew McIntyre playing the heel role as perfectly as he's done over the last year or so. You could have had Drew McIntyre frustrate Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes gets himself disqualified. You put the title on Drew McIntyre. The feud continues. And you have a stipulation match possibly at Survivor Series for the WWE Championship. They didn't do that, so we move on. But this match was better than their match that they had at WrestlePalooza. It was more dramatic than their match at WrestlePalooza, with Drew teasing spots at him possibly win the WWE Championship by countout, trying to get Cody Rhodes disqualified, with Cody Rhodes having to pull the ref away from him so he didn't break the 5 count, I think, when he had Drew in the corner hitting him with some punches and some strikes. But I just don't like the idea that Cody retained here. How many more times can you fumble Drew McIntyre in the main event scene? And Cody Rhodes cheated to win or to retain the WWE Championship here. He DDT'd Drew McIntyre's head off the WWE Championship behind the referee's back, then hit the crossroads to win the WWE title. I think you should continue this feud on the blue brand of SmackDown. But in my opinion, definitely a missed opportunity to have Drew McIntyre win the title. You could have both wrestlers looking strong at the end of this Saturday night's main event and then continue to feud on their Survivor Series. Will they do it? Time will tell, but definitely a missed opportunity to put the WWE Championship on Drew McIntyre here. Next match, you had Jade Cargill defeat Tiffany Stratton to become the new WWE Women's Champion. 100% with the booking. This was the greatest way to put the WWE Women's Championship on Jade Cargill here. She looked like a badass, guys. And I touched up on it last week on the Combat Series that Jade Cargill is better in the heel persona rather than the babyface. She's not a rookie anymore. She's been in the company for 2 years now. She no longer has to hold hands with Bianca Belair. She is her own woman now. And this was a perfect way to put the title on her because Jade Cargill, when she turned heel, she attacked Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton was not 100% healthy for this match. So what better way to have Jade Cargill look like an absolute monster, absolute beast, burying the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton and squashing her within 5 minutes, barely allowing Tiffany Stratton to get any offense in. I think the final sequences of the match, Tiffany Stratton got hit with 2 to 3 power bombs by Jade Cargill, and then Jade Cargill hit her finisher on her, pinned her 1, 2, 3 to win the WWE Championship. I think the match lasted around 5 minutes and didn't have to overstay its welcome. That was a perfect way to put the title on Jade Cargill. I think this was the best move for the SmackDown Women's division that needed something different. I mean, Tiffany held the title for over 300 plus days, but now you have Jade Cargill as a polarizing heel holding the WWE Championship, WWE Women's Championship. I think this is a great booking decision by the WWE here. Next match, you had the triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. You had Dominic Mysterio successfully retain his IC title against Rusev and Penta. Now, I said last week it was kind of sketchy that the WWE went in this direction. I mean, Dominic did retain his title and defeat Rusev and Penta multiple times in the past for the Intercontinental Championship. He actually eliminated both wrestlers during the Raw Battle Royale to crown the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, to determine who would face CM Punk in Saturday night's main event. But here we are. We got this triple threat match. It was actually pretty decent. Penta, all 3 wrestlers, I will say, did a good job showcasing why they are some talented wrestlers on the red brand of Monday Night Raw. Penta really was in his bag, in his element, in my opinion, in the match. His spots were smooth. I like the Mexican Destroyer that he bounced off of Rusev's back and then hit the Mexican Destroyer on Dominic Mysterio. I thought that was a good spot. Also thought it was pretty cool that Dominic Mysterio paid homage to his late great uncle Eddie Guerrero, where Rusev had Penta in the Accolade submission hold, and everyone thought Rusev won the title, only for Dominic Mysterio to ring the ring bell to prevent Penta from tapping out, tricking Rusev thinking he won the Intercontinental Championship, so he relinquished the Accolade submission hold. And the rest was history. Dominic Mysterio, a few moments later, used the ring hammer to bounce the hammer off of Rusev's head and picked up the scraps to retain his Intercontinental Championship here. I think his Intercontinental Championship reign should last a little bit longer here. Before I get to the main event, let's talk about the 16-man tournament that will be in place very soon to determine John Cena's final retirement match. I think this is brilliant by the WWE here to have John Cena's final opponent determined in a 16-man tournament that it will be showcased on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and available for any wrestler that does not work with the company. Now, in my childhood, I wish it could be the Radar Superstar Edge, aka Adam Copeland nowadays, but that won't happen. But I think it's pretty cool. I think wrestlers that will be in this tournament will be wrestlers like The Miz, Sheamus, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Bronson Reed, Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion Dominic Mysterio, and several others. I think this is a good opportunity for somebody to capitalize on the opportunity that showcases itself. To be lucky enough to share the ring with John Cena one more time for Saturday night's main event that will take place in DC in a month. And it's kind of in a similar way of someone seizing the opportunity like John Cena sees the opportunity when he debuted on SmackDown 2002 against Kurt Angle, one of the greatest of all time, and the rest is history. But I would like to see John Cena take on Gunther as a final opponent. If we're not getting Gunther, let me see John Cena chase Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship to become a Grand Slam champion before he hangs it up. I think those are the two safest options at this point to be John Cena's final opponent for his retirement match in a month. And in the main event, you had CM Punk defeat Jey Uso to win the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Now, honestly, guys, a shocker to some, this was actually the best match of the night on Saturday night's main event between CM Punk and Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship here. Now, it wasn't a perfect match. There were botches here and there. I mean, we all know the noticeable net breaker that Jey Uso didn't follow through, which CM Punk got pissed, actually kicked him in the head and made him do the neck breaker move again to make it look clean. But as I digress, it was a good World Championship match. Again, the best match, in my opinion, on the card that night. You had several near falls, dramatic towards the end, where the finishers come into play with Jey Uso spearing CM Punk through the barricade. You also had CM Punk in the GTS to go to sleep on Jey Uso, only to be a near fall spot. You also had both wrestlers hitting their own finishers on each other. Jey Uso hit the GTS on CM Punk. CM Punk hit the spear on Jey Uso. Followed a few moments later, CM Punk capitalized on Jey Uso, who made a mistake, to win the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk is now a 7-time world champion, and it seems like this is going to be an enjoyable run that we get with Punk as a world champion rather than just 5 minutes like it was at SummerSlam. But there's so many opportunities for Punk as the world champion. He can have matches against Gunther, a rematch from SummerSlam, possibly a world title match against Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, LA Knight, something that a lot of fans are waiting to see. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. There's so many possible opportunities for CM Punk with the World Heavyweight Championship. Now it's going to be WWE's decision to see, or WWE's choice, how strong they're going to book CM Punk as the World Heavyweight Champion. But those are my thoughts on WWE Saturday night's main event card. This card, that's the summary I have for you guys. That's all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off, and I'll see you guys on next week's episode.